Vicky was standing at the classroom door. Their eyes met, and for the first time, Jessica looked afraid. Please, as you're watching this video, don't forget to like, to drop your comments, and don't forget to also subscribe to this channel. The days leading up to the inter-house debate competition were becoming more difficult for Vicky. The whispers hadn't stopped. If anything, they became louder. Everywhere she went, Brenda, Pamela and Jessica were watching. Meanwhile, Ethan and Vicky had become friends. They studied together after classes. They exchanged notes. Sometimes they even walked to the school gates together. And every time Brenda saw them together, her expression became cold. One afternoon, students gathered in the school courtyard during lunch. The atmosphere was lively. Some students sat beneath the trees, others stood near the canteen. Vicky sat alone on a bench, eating quietly while reading through her debate notes. A few meters away, Brenda crossed her arms. Pamela leaned closer. She's there. Jessica pulled a phone from her pocket. An idea had just crossed her mind. Minutes later, the three girls walked away, laughing among themselves. Vicky didn't notice anything unusual. She finished her lunch and returned to class. But as students entered the classroom, something felt different. Some students were whispering, others trying to hide their laughter. A few students covered their mouths whenever she looked in their direction. As she opened her notebook, she checked her desk. Nothing seemed to be out of place. Then she heard someone behind her.
Did you see the picture?
Another student laughed.
It's everywhere.
What picture? Nobody answered. Vicky looked around the classroom. Suddenly, she noticed two students staring at a phone. The moment they realized she was looking at them, they quickly turned the screen away. Her heart began to race. She stood up. What's going on? Silence. Then a folded piece of paper landed on her desk. She opened it. Inside was a printed photograph. Her fingers tightened. Someone had taken a picture of her while she was eating her lunch. The photo had been captured from an angle that exaggerated her appearance. Below the picture was an handwritten sentence. Maybe you should skip lunch tomorrow. The classroom exploded with laughter. Vicky slowly looked up. Brenda was smiling. Pamela wasn't even trying to hide her laughter. Jessica folded her arms. At that moment, something inside Vicky changed. For weeks, she had ignored the insults. She had ignored the whispers. She had ignored the jokes. But this was different. Her eyes were filled with tears. Not because she was weak. Not because she was embarrassed. But because she was tired. Ethan walked into the classroom. He immediately noticed the tension. His eyes fell on the photograph lying on the desk. His face hardened.
Who did this?
Nobody answered. He picked up the photograph.
Who did this?
Brenda stood up.
Why are you so upset? It was only a joke.
Ethan crumpled the photograph in his hand.
A joke?
The classroom became silent. Brenda stepped forward.
You care too much.
And you don't care at all.
Ethan replied. For the first time, Brenda couldn't think of a response. Vicky quietly gathered her books. Without saying a word, she walked towards the door.
Vicky!
Ethan called out. She stopped. But she didn't turn around. No. Her voice was calm. Not anymore. Then she walked out of the classroom. That afternoon, she sat alone beneath the tree near the edge of the school compound. She removed a small notebook from her bag. She turned several pages. Names, dates, comments, incidents. Then she reached a blank page. For the first time, she didn't write anything immediately. She stared into the distance. Then she wrote 3 words. Final warning issued. She underlined the sentence once, then twice. Then she slowly closed the notebook. From a nearby classroom window, Jessica was watching. And for the first time since Vicky had arrived in Eden's High Secondary School, she felt something she had never expected. Fear. Stay tuned for the next part.
No matter who pretends, kindness changes everything.